Hello my friends, my name is Max, today is Friday, and that is why we're going to open yet another issue of the Imperium Magazine. This time this is gonna be issue 22, and we expect to see a second half of Adeptus Mechanicus Skitarii Rangers in this issue. But before we open it, if you like my content, please consider liking this video and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this in the future, and it will help me to grow this channel. Let's go ahead and see what's inside of this issue. Inside we find the magazine itself, a sprue of Skitarii Rangers that can also be built as Skitarii Vanguard, and a lot of bases. It has 10 bases, including the elongated one for a specialist with a fancy rifle. We're gonna take a look at the sprue a moment later, and now let's check the magazine itself. We start with some lore on Explorator Fleets, Adeptus Mechanicus Explorator Fleets. We see a beautiful Arc Mechanicus on this image. This is a fully autonomous Adeptus Mechanicus spacecraft that is able to produce stuff and carry lots of troops and Mechanicus personnel. It is really cool. Explorator Fleet Pentagamma 66Z3. This is some fluff that is happening over here. I guess we get an introduction into how Adeptus Mechanicus are fitting in this whole story with the Necrons. Another Explorator Fleets, Explorator Crusade, hence Monopole, Explorator Fleets, Omegon, Cruciatus, and so on and so forth. So we get more lore. And on the next page, we get some information on Sautekh Dynasty. Ruled over by the Fire known as Sautekh, the Stormlord, from his crown world, Mandragora, the Sautekh are one of the most powerful Necron dynasties in the galaxy. We see a beautiful image of Catacomb Barge, and lots of Necrons over here. Sautekh the Stormlord, territorial expansionism, really cool art of Necrons, looking absolutely amazing. The Crimson Doom. And here we get some fluff on the Adeptus Mechanicus. This looks like a short story kind of thing. Yes, so we get some wipe of Adeptus Mechanicus battling the Necrons. Absolutely amazing art of Necrons over here. Really love this one. Looks gorgeous. And next we arrive to a section that tells us how to paint Skitarii Rangers. 3 coats of Leadbelcher, Horn Red, McRage Blue. Apparently we're going to use all the paints that we have got before. Horn Red, so yeah, this is a very comprehensive explanation how Skitarii Rangers should be looking like, with the colors that we have obtained previously. Pretty sure these arc rifles are supposed to have slightly different kind of blue, but I guess this is what we have so far. Next we get a datasheet for Skitarii Rangers. This is a tutorial. Transuranic Arquebus. This is the weapon that is sitting on this elongated base that we mentioned before. There is a pal that carries it. This is a marksman weapon. And we arrive to the playthrough section. Holds the invaders. The Necron legions have broken through Cypher's defenses and landed on the surface. Skitarii Rangers are the first to react and must hold the line. Wow, alright. So we get a bunch of Necron warriors over here, and bunch of Skitarii Rangers over here on a large gaming mat. Apparently we are supposed to do things here. Morale phase. Ooh, how to. Morale tests. Combat attrition tests. They teach us how to do the morale tests. Unit coherency check. Alright. Some gaming mechanics over here. And this is the playthrough example itself. We have a very large section with a map. Skitarii Rangers advance. They move. They shoot. They charge. And yeah, these are the Necrons. The Necrons are passing the morale test. Next comes the turn of the Necrons, they are shooting too. Adeptus Mechanicus are going after that, the first line of defense. Some small fluff section over here, I guess they had to fill it with something. Very neat. And the second turn of Necrons. And they offer us to replay this by just switching sides. Very, very good. We get some general information on the magazine here, and we get some ads on the back of the magazine. Next issue, issue 23, is going to bring us Canoptic Spider, and there will be lore on Canoptic constructs. And issue number 4 will bring us to Paints. Very, very nice. And now let's take a look at the sprue. Yeah, when I was saying last time that we are supposed to get a second half of Adeptus Mechanicus in the next issue, I think I was a bit wrong. We get slightly more than a half. I think it was just one small sprue over there, and we get 2 small sprues over here, or medium sprues. So this is A4 format. This looks like classic Adeptus Mechanicus force. We have a bunch of torsos. It is very easy to count the torsos. You basically count the capes. It's a lot of capes, and this is probably the sergeant. We get all sorts of esoteric weapons, including this fancy arquebus. This is a marksman rifle over here that is supposed to be sitting on elongated base. I really like the Adeptus Mechanicus aesthetic. They have all sorts of steampunk kind of weapons. They look a little bit steampunkish for me. At the same time, they are actually quite menacing too. We've got a lot of options of weapons. I'm pretty sure we get 2 sets of weapons over here as 2 sets of heads. I really like these heads for the leaders of the squad. They look absolutely fantastic. All sorts of antennas, all sorts of visors, and yeah, that looks absolutely amazing. So these pals are basically deeply modified humans, and that is why they are human size. They are slightly smaller than Space Marines, and that is the only thing that I actively dislike about Adeptus Mechanicus units. They are a little bit too small. I would prefer them to be a little bit larger, but they do have some larger units like Castellan robots and Cataphren battle servitors that we will see further on in this magazine. So there is nothing really for me to complain about. They also have some sort of cold weapons, some energy weapon over here, and some power sword and mace and whatnot. I think these are the options for the commander. And this sprue, from my experience, is going to leave a lot of spare parts that can be used for kit bashing and doing fancy stuff. Really, really nice sprue. And that is gonna be it for today, my friends. Let me know in the comments below if you got this issue of the Imperium Magazine, if you were around the hobby when the Imperium Magazine was released in the UK. As always, if you like this video, please consider liking it and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this in the future, and it will help me to grow this channel and build more minis and kit bash more minis. If you really enjoy my content, please check out my Patreon. We have some really cool stuff there too. As always, check out the video that you see now on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.